Alright, man, welcome back. We are here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, man. I'm excited to be back. I just released a video showcasing starting accounts with these really cool promo codes and links and all of these different ways you can start the game. And a lot of these champions, to be honest with you, excuse me, I just finished having something to eat. But after playing the game for like, as you could see in some of my videos, I posted like way back, like almost like 6-7 years ago. I still to this day have not even really played with some of the champions that are available for free to play, like to start the game off. So super excited to try these out, right? Super excited to try these out, and we're gonna, we got another one, and this one in particular, I recently pulled Ragash on one of my accounts. I can't tell you which one, but I've never really kind of like ran through campaign with him, or I think I might have. Did I put him through arena? Maybe a little bit, but to be honest with you guys, a lot of this progression, and maybe at one point I will kind of go through the game. And to be completely, since I'm being completely honest with you, my level of the game is, I want to say it's more towards beginner and towards middle part of the game, maybe even a little less than middle of the game. However, every day I make strides into to try to get better and to try to get to higher levels and completions of the game. Not easy, but I've been taking my time to learn more, to watch more videos of a lot of the other content creators, to find out what works, what doesn't work, and then improving my gameplay. So what I do like the best about the game is that first of all, like I think most of the players that play it is chasing these champions and to be able to get them. But not only that, because now with this with this option of the game where we could actually try and play test a lot of these champions, that's the cool thing for me. For me, it's all about how the champions look visually, and then also too, I am like a sucker for the animations as we're using these champions through the game. Like, some of the animations are just crazy. Like, I'll give you an example of somebody who I recently got my hands on and never really played through with them, but I was like, you know what, let me play through with him and see what he's got, and see. Never really realized the animation, but I just kind of like ran through some campaign with this guy, and his animation is crazy. It's like a big fist coming down, like, it's crazy. It's really cool. So anyway, but the gameplay and looking at these champions and seeing what they could do, and then also I love the combos. I love putting two champions, and not just two, but more than two, and maybe 3, 4, and even a team, in a nice composition that effectively can kind of run through dungeons. So that's kind of like where I stand with this game. I'm truly a sucker for it. I've been playing it for a long time, and I really do enjoy the starting aspect of the game, and trying to capture, trying to get these, trying to pull these champions, man. Especially when it's a new account, start account. We're getting these great epics and legendaries for free, and then to be able to pull another key legendary that's going to help you even more with the early part of the game, is just like, it's golden. I have a couple that I'm still kind of following through with. I didn't give those accounts away, but one of them I pulled Arbiter, which meant that I had to pull out of those void shards that you get in the beginning of the game. I pulled my Arbiter with one of those. I also was able to pull a Newt and I also pulled a double Tuanarak, so I had two Tuanaraks. And I still have those accounts, and I kind of jump on them kind of like randomly. But I've been kind of like logging onto them since I did it. Maybe, I don't know. It's been a while. But good thing about the game is that you can keep kind of logging on and collecting daily rewards, and when you're ready to settle down and play, and you know, it's really kind of I don't want to say easier. Actually, it is easier because now you have more silver, which I will be making a video about the silver in the game starting out, especially now that they're giving us all of these legendaries and epics, and now we need the artifacts. Not so much a problem because we could farm for the artifacts, right? But now what happens when we get the artifacts? We need silver, and I feel like the beginning part of the game, like they give us like a little package and a couple of million every other day, and I just don't feel like it's enough. It might be enough if you get lucky and roll some really good artifacts to start the game out. Like, for example, if you pick Fimo and you end up getting either defense percent boots or speed boots, defense percent chest, and defense percent gloves, you got a perfect start, right? But besides that, if you don't have the right stats to match the champion, you're going to end up having to kind of like improvise and use different pieces and leveling up artifacts that you would not normally level up, or you don't really have to, but you have to now because you got no choice. And then you start leveling things up just to kind of get more stats, just because. And then you're looking at your silver diminish, and you're like, damn, I can't even play the game. So that's one little gripe that I got, and hopefully that'll change because they're giving us these legendaries and these epics. They need us. They need to feed us more silver so that we could at least push through the early part of the game. You know, they're kind of feeding us all these things. It's almost like, you know, feeding us. It's we need some sort of help to kind of like push through the game. But anyway, we just finished. I'll just give you my quick take on the previous one, which is Tuanarak and Weather. I hope I'm saying her name right. Weather. Anyway, really quickly, these two. I think I said something like, in comparison to the first set that I played with, which was Staltis and Fimo. Now remember, those two champions are defense based, so they're kind of like fighting for the same pieces. The survivability was there, granted, and if I recall correctly, the pieces of course I didn't have the matching pieces for both of them because they're both defense, but I did run into some problems, and I felt like towards the end of the push, which is the hard stages of the campaign, I ran into it. You know, I kept dying. I had to reset. I had to change some pieces. I had to kind of burn my silver out. I think like that particular group, I ran really low on resources, and I kept dying. I had to change some things up, and I felt like this previous group that I had, which was Tuanarak and Weather, very minimal gear requirement, and although the runs were longer, they were successful runs, and I didn't die as much, except for the last stage, and I'll go over that because that's kind of like one of the most trickiest, most frustrating last stage that you have to complete, because the end boss, I forget his name, but he randomly shoots off this skill, and it could one-shot you. So we got a new challenge. And so, like, as I'm looking at this list, which, by the way, let me just give a quick shout out to Sam, the raid man. I guess that's just kind of like, that's the one that I watch, and he's got this absolutely amazing spreadsheet that he created, and you could actually you could download it and you could use it and it just kind of gives you everything that you need in terms of like all the current legendaries and epics and the combinations and the codes, and it's just a great time saver. So yeah, big shout out to Sam. So anyway, going through the list, and I'm looking at all of these different champions, and I'm like, oh my god, like which one am I gonna start first? But anyway, I had my eyes on a couple, but then I said, you know what? I never had the opportunity to start with or to use Razaelvarg and or Ragash. And guess what? They're in the same faction, so that's even cooler. What I like about the synergy is one's an attack based, the other one is a defense based. So most likely the gear that I'm gonna get early should fit either one of them or both of them. They're not going to be fighting over the pieces, right? Razaelvarg is going to look for attack stuff. Ragash is going to look for defensive stuff, HP stuff, right? So should be nice and easy to kind of gear them up. I'm super excited about it. I noticed something. I noticed something in the gear, and I'm also a sucker for the lore, which I'm going to be kind of going over the lore too. I'm like a sucker for it. So the lore, I just noticed, kind of looking at these two, they almost got the same outfit going on here. If you look at both of them, the bottom half. Let's concentrate on the bottom half here. Almost kind of. So we're gonna dive into the lore and see if there's any kind of like consistency going on with them. If they have any past history, I'll make a separate video for the lore on these two. We're gonna run through these the same way we did as we did the others. We're gonna run through 4 accounts. We're gonna hope to pull an extra legendary. We're keeping these legendaries, these accounts with the extra pulls that are really, really good. I pulled on the previous one, I pulled 2 legendaries out of the 4 accounts. The one before that, I pulled 1. So we got 3 accounts that are really, really kind of like juicy to start off with. Plus, we get the free champion that we're logging on with this week, right? This week in the next couple of weeks, whatever. Thank you guys, man, for watching. I appreciate you, as always. Until the next one. Woo! Deuces, baby, deuces.